Hello, everyone. With the CFL playoffs starting today, I wanted to give a quick video with my predictions for this year's playoffs. At the start of the season, I had 5 of the 6 teams that made it getting in. The only exception was I had Saskatchewan getting in, but Montreal made it, and there was no crossover. Now, let's get right to it. First matchup is going to be the West semi pitting Calgary against BC. The last matchup, Calgary won emphatically. They're a 6-12 team, but you just feel like any given day, Dickinson could turn it on. However, Jake Mayer is so up and down, but that also kind of epitomizes the BC Lions, too. BC Lions are a team that could seemingly beat anyone and lose to just about anybody, except the Elks. Now, they couldn't beat the Argos, but I digress on both of those points. BC started out as a fortress at home, but toward the end, that started to crack. The defense of the Lions just makes me shake my head sometimes. I don't get how they're so good at times and so bad at others. Of course, it really all comes down to Vernon Adams. If he is on his game, I don't think there's any way Calgary can keep up. I think it will be closer than people think, but I still got BC coming out with a 34-23 victory. Next up, the East semi is going to be Hamilton going to Montreal. The Alouettes were an 11-7 team this year. They went 11-0 against everybody that is not Toronto, BC, or Winnipeg. They were 0-7 against those 3 teams. Perfect against everybody else. Hamilton was once again a very up and down team all year. When their quarterback play was good, they were pretty solid. Tim White's a game-breaking receiver. James Butler was the bell cow running back. But now, do I believe that in the 4th meeting between these clubs that Hamilton finally can come out on top? Given the last meeting between these two was only a 2-point game, I think absolutely yes. The Ticats could win. I think once again this will be a nail biter. And I think Hamilton pulls it out 24-20. I think there is going to be a road team that wins at some point in these playoffs. It's just hard to determine which one it will be. In the first weekend, I definitely think Hamilton is more likely than Calgary to pull the upset. Then we get to the finals. Toronto, who only lost 2 games all season, 16 wins, tied a CFL record. They haven't really had to play for anything specifically in the last month or so of the season. You wonder if that will eventually come back to bite them, but I don't think so. I think they just have too much talent for either whomever they're going to face in the East Final to overcome. Wouldn't surprise me if it's either Montreal or Hamilton. Obviously, I got Hamilton. We'll see. Regardless, I got Toronto going back to the Grey Cup, attempting to defend their crown. Meanwhile, we go to the West. Final, I once again have a rematch predicted of BC at Winnipeg. You look at the first game these two played in Winnipeg was a blowout win for the BC Lions. Then the next one was a blowout win for the Bombers. Then the Bombers won in BC. I have too many questions about the form that the Lions are in right now. Still think they're good enough to beat the Stamps, but I can't see them beating the Bombers. Not this time. I think that the Lions are going to get pretty sick of hearing that they can't win in the cold. And the weather in Winnipeg could be really, really nasty. Could play a big factor, which only serves to benefit the Bombers. Brady Oliveira, solid run game. And I still think Collaros can get it done in the Colts. Overall, I have a rematch in the Grey Cup of the Argos taking on the Bombers. Obviously, this will be Toronto trying to repeat following a Winnipeg repeat. Obviously, Bombers are out for revenge. I guess this might be my other miniature upset, if you can call it that. I think the Bombers take home the crown. They get revenge for last year and win their third Grey Cup in the last 4 Grey Cups. So those are my predictions for this year's playoffs. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have somebody making a surprise run to the Grey Cup and even a surprise winning it. Regardless, I want to hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.